we are going to have some fun and make this cute little project for the Egypt journal. It is a mummified belly band. So I knew the minute I started working on my Egypt journal that I was going to have to wrap something up in gauze and muslin like a mummy, like mummified. And I couldn't figure out like what I wanted to do because I knew it was going to bulk it up a little bit. And then I started kind of messing around and the belly band won out. So I love it. I cannot wait to put this in my book. Let me grab a signature here so I can show you. So here's one of my signatures. And like how cute is that going to be with something slid in there behind it, right? A mummified. Oh, so we're going to make one. Let's make one or a couple. So what I've got is some heavy cardstock. It's not super heavy. It's like 80-pound cardstock and some super grungy, crinkly, double coffee stained muslin. So what I do to make this, can you see how like grungy and crinkly and stained up it is? So I take my muslin, this is just plain old muslin, coffee stain it once and crinkle it up to dry. So I kind of, once it's coffee stained, I kind of just lay it out like this and do this, and it dries that way. So it gets these ridges and crinkly in it, right? And then when it's fully dry, it looks kind of like this. So then it's got all these ridges in there, like so, right? You can see the staining. And then I dunk it again and crunch it up again and let it dry that way. And between the ridges, taking the coffee the first time and then the way that it dries the second time crunchy like that, it makes this super cool textured stuff. So, which works really good because I've never actually like wrapped a mummy before, but this is kind of what the mummies at the Science Museum look like. So we're going to be stringy by the end of this, boy. So I've taken some of that muslin and, oh yeah, I'm just going to be pulling strings off of everything. Taking some of the muslin and shredded it down into smaller little strips, which I usually have a bucket of these on my desk anyway, because they work good for going behind, words and things, just kind of like having cheesecloth around. So I don't know why I am even trying to pull threads off because they're just going to keep coming, but I don't know. I can't stop myself. So I have that. Then I have some super grungy coffee stained cheesecloth that I do this kind of the same way. I just dunk the whole thing in and then I kind of let it dry, bundled up. And then you get these cool patterns and stain marks on there. So we've got some of this, and we're going to make this. So the first thing you want to do is decide how wide you want it. And I'm just going to go about the same that I did on my last one. And I am not even trying to slice it down nicely. I'm going to cut two off, whoops. There we go. And then because my pages in my book are not all tall, I cut this down. So see, here's the bottom and here's the top. So I'm going to cut a little bit off the top. That way they can fit on any page in the book. There we go. Now, on the back, I kind of tried to intentionally leave some paper space here and here. So when I glue it to the book, I'm actually gluing paper down rather than like loose layers of cheesecloth and muslin because I'm kind of trying to leave some of this loose. So it's secured, but not everything is just totally glued down, So I tried to leave a little bit of space here and here. So in order to try to remind myself of that, I'm going to just draw a line like this to try to remind myself that I shouldn't put stuff there. We'll see how well that works. So that's going to be the back side. And then the front side, the thing that I did to like, so here, you know, you can see still there's some bald spots, and that I didn't worry about because it was on the back side. But on the front side, in order to make sure that there are no bald spots, I just took a wider strip here and glued that down first. So here's my wider strip, and let's cut ourselves off a little. And I don't mind if it's a little, see, strings. I don't mind if it's a little bit longer. That's fine. That actually gives us a little extra space to make sure that we're not, you know, having a white thing hanging out there. So see, the edge here just comes up over the edge a little. So that's what we're going to do. So step one, pick the grungiest looking side. There we go. Those are the grungier sides. And I'm just using my Fabri-Tac that I just refilled. And boy, was that a problem, because I could not get it open at all. Like, I was going to rip the bottle apart. I could not get this thing to unscrew. So I ended up having to unscrew this and take the tip off and fill it through there. And that was a stupid mess. But I got it done. I do like the Sugar Bell bottles because it's got that really fine tip on there. Okay, there's that one. Now, this part looks easy because it is. When we get to the wrapping thing, that's when we get gluey fingers, gluey mess fingers. Okay. Make sure it's like centered-ish. Okay. Okay. So now we've got our two basic mummies. I thought about like cutting these into the shape of a mummy, and then I was like, that's maybe a little much for me. I don't know. That was just too much for me. I couldn't do it. So we're just having a mummified belly band as it is. So the first thing I did was wrap a strip of cheesecloth around, and then I went over the top with some skinny strips of muslin. So let us make ourselves some strip of cheesecloth. Now this is still doubled over, so I'm gonna, before I undo it, I'm gonna fold it back up and cut a strip off. Oh, there goes my fingers, letting go of everything. Can you guys hear the birds out there? It is just a gorgeous day today. There we go. So this is long, and I'm not sure how much of it I'll need. So I'm just going to start from the top and start going around. So what I'm going to do is come to the back side and give myself just a, I mean, I don't need much. And of course, that's why I drew this line, visual reminder. I just kind of like a little thin zhuzhy layer of this glue, because you don't need much for cheesecloth, you know? Okay, so now I am just going to kind of wrap. And now this one, you will see like the wrap marks of this. Whoops, this is getting all twisty. So I kind of go down and then come back is what I did. Who knew I would ever be using my beloved cheesecloth to mummify something for a journal. I would be fairly confident in saying that I never would have imagined this. Okay. And I don't even mind that there's leftover. So, okay, see how I didn't do any gluing on that because cheesecloth is so thin. Oh, let me make sure that I didn't go, okay, yeah. Didn't go over my pencil mark. Cheesecloth is so thin that if you put a little bit on there, it goes through every layer of it. And then that little blobber of glue there is where I'll start my, okay, so we still have fairly decent paper margins there. There we go. Okay, so now, let's see, let's do the same. Let's do this one too, while we're at it. Come on. Okay. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a couple of, I think this is so cute. Is it cute? Does that seem like a weird word to call this? Mummify? Mummies being cute? Only if they're cartoons, I suppose, huh? Otherwise, real mummies are kind of scary looking. I remember, so we were members at the Science Museum of Minnesota, which is in St. Paul here. Well, not here. Now we live far away, but we were members for lots of years because we would love taking the girls over there, and there's always cool stuff to do. But there's like, so you know, as with most museums, there are like permanent exhibits, and then there are traveling exhibits that would come in and out. And so part of their permanent exhibit, they had a mummy. And I remember Joy just really not liking the mummy at all. She was not okay with that mummy. So she knew where it was, and she just wouldn't even want to go by that part. Okay. I'm just trying to put out a little layer of glue and avoid my pencil marky area. So yeah, but it was all encased in, you know, glass, and it had little humidifier temperature gauge things and stuff. And I think it was just like it's all hermetically sealed and stuff. It was just everything about it. And then you could see it's, you know, leathery flesh. Yeah, she was not a fan. Okay, now I'm just going to take one of my strips of muslin and start going for it. And I don't mind affixing the front of this right to the front. So I'm going to put a little blob of glue. And then I'm going to try and wrap the other, no, because I just put that glue on that side. So I'm going to go like this, and I don't mind it being hanging off the edge like that, because it'll either get tucked in, or I kind of don't mind it. It looks like the end of a bandage. I had the same thing here, where it looks like it's kind of just was the end of the bandage, and this is the end of the edge of the cloth. Okay, so then the thing was, I had to play around with making it not just look like a barber pole by, you know, coming wrap, 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 and then wrap, wrap, wrap the opposite direction. So you kind of have to work on getting it to, this has got to stick down a little better, getting it to just go a little bit more, like some straight, some coming way down. Like that. So then I'm going to put a little glue here. And this is the back side, so I'm going to hold that down for just a sec as it's going through the cheesecloth. And I'm trying to straighten it out, so I've got a little bit of a wrinkle here. I'm trying to straighten it out so that it will avoid my pencil mark area, my intentionally left blank area. Okay. Now we're wrapping back in the opposite direction. Okay, so see, if I go like this, then all of a sudden it starts to look like loop-de-loop-de-loop. So then I kind of gotta, maybe I'll come across a little straighter. And then go up and we'll tuck that behind. That one looks good. I think if this were any other journal and I had this in there, people would be like, what in the actual heck? But given the fact that it's in an Egypt journal, I'm hoping that whoever ends up with these will open it up and be like, oh, look at that. It's a mummy belly band. So I'm going to hold this down for just a sec. Okay, then where I've got a couple of these, so this is the front side and I like how that looks, right? We're looking good, but I need it to, on the back side where paper is going to be sliding in and out, I need it to be a little more secure so that it doesn't snag or anything. So under some of these, you know what I should be using? My hot glue gun. That would be so much smarter for this. I might, after I'm done with this one, I might just pause the video and go grab my hot glue gun to do the muslin on the other one, because this is turning into a gluey mess, which is fine. You know, messy crafting has its place. But anyway, I just want these kind of glued down, tacked down a little bit better, so that as like a paper or a card or envelope or whatever we decide to put behind these things slides in and out, it won't snag on stuff. Oops. Okay. There we go. This little guy down here needs something, a little something, something. Okay. I'm going to hold this down for a sec, and then I'm going to go, this is what I do sometimes. I find random objects when my fingers are getting super gluey and stuck to things. I find something else and hold it down with that. If I have a palette knife around, I'll use that. I'll use the end of my ink dauber to push things down and hold things down. But yeah. The glue stick gets it a lot. The glue stick cover does. So see, I still have my spots to adhere it, paper to paper. And with that glue, once this dries, it'll harden a little too. So those areas will be nice and stuck down. And then we've got another mummified belly band. Okay, I'm going to go grab my, I'm going to put this upside down so it'll keep drying. And I'm going to go grab my hot glue gun and turn it on and heat it up. And then I will come back and we will attempt to do this one with the hot glue gun. And I'm going to bet that it's easier. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my belly band and a strip of cloth, and I've got my hot glue gun heated up. So let's try it this way. I'm gonna go ahead and do like I did last time. Now, this is my high temp glue gun. So I'm going to try to be smart about this. but that's the one I grabbed. And it's my small one, which I like better because my hands are small and this glue gun fits my hand way better. Okay, so now we'll do some wrappy. Okay, so since I'm going to try and come down at a greater angle, let's just try putting a little dauber of glue there. This just keeps wanting to slide down off of my desk for some reason. Okay, let's secure it back here. Yeah, definitely 10 out of 10 recommend the hot glue gun for this project. I don't know why I did not think of that sooner. It would have saved me all kinds of glue fingers. But oh well. We got here now. Okay. I kind of like it when the stringiness gets caught up in the... Okay. Yeah, look how much faster and easier this goes with the glue gun. Smart. There are probably those of you out there who, if you were going to do this, would automatically go right for your glue gun. Apparently that is not me. Do I want to go straight across here? Should I keep just wrapping the rest of this since I've got it? A little tail here, why not? And because I'm going some kind of securing as I go, let's go down. Let's just do that. Hold on. That was coming for a minute. The back is nice and secure now because I'm kind of doing this as I go. I'm putting a little bit extra glue on here because it dries so dang quick. Yeah, I want this little end. I kind of like the idea of, like, you know, the little ends of the bandages being kind of left raw. Look at that, and no burns. That's a big win. Okay, I felt this little spot here, so it needs a little glue down. There we go. And this spot needs a little glue down. Now I'm using the little kickstand guy to smooth out my glue. Okay, the rest of this looks fairly secure. Look at how much easier and faster that one went. Okay, so we've got our 3 belly bands. These two have skinnier strips of bandage, and this one's got a little wider. I like the skinnier ones. I might go, here's some skinnier one. Should I do some skinny? I think I might just, since I've got the glue gun out and it's way easier, I think I'll just add a few strips of the skinnier stuff onto this one and see if we can make it a little better. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. What a fun project though. So I was trying to think, should I do some pockets this way too? But I'm afraid this is one of those elements that is going to bulk up my journal, right? No matter what I do about it. This is going to make things bulky. just by the fact that it's a bunch of layers of fabric. So I think for that reason, I'm not going to make any pockets, mummified pockets, because I'm just afraid that it would be too much. I'm going to cut that off back here and then maybe do a strip across here, just attached to the backs. I do not use hot glue gun much for journals because I don't think it stands the test of time very well. On some things, like, and I mean, and I burn myself and I don't know about like what the pH balance of this is or anything. Like, I don't know if this is just really acidic glue or anything. I don't want it eating through stuff or making things worse. Yeah, okay, I like the skinny bandages on there a lot better. That just like zhuzhed it up. So yeah. Anyway, I don't use hot glue gun much on my books. So we've got places to attach paper to paper. And we've got cute little mummy ones. Okay, let me unplug my glue gun here so it doesn't just make a mess. But then I was going to show you. So if you watched my other video, well, other video, I have several. But if you watched my other video, I made these little faux amulets. So like I was thinking, if you wanted to dress this up, I will probably put these in just like this because I kind of just love that. But if you wanted to, you could put something like this on there. You could slow stitch it in the corners or something. Or if you didn't want to go to the trouble of making these, like, you know, this is Tracy's got a kit that has amulets in it. And you could put a few of those on there, right, to dress it up a little bit too. So, or you could put, you know, a piece of trim on there. Down the side or something. But that's kind of like, you know, that's kind of go in the wrong direction, isn't it? Because mummies, it was the fancy sarcophagus thing that had all the fanciness. Anyway, the other thing that I was thinking is that you could, if you really wanted to, glue a piece of paper to the back like this to make it easier for things to slide in and out. So I think what I will do is probably before I do that, because again, that's just another layer of bulk. So before I do that, I will probably do just kind of a test run and paper clip this into the book and see how things slide behind it. I mean, like when I do it right here, they go in and out pretty easily. So won't that be so cute though? Oh my gosh, so excited. So that was all I was going to come on and do today with you guys. I am going to do some more crafting and film some more videos ahead so that I can go on vacation and still have some stuff to hang out with you guys. And then hopefully we will get to decorating the journal pretty quick. I need to make a bunch of tags and journaling cards and pockets and stuff. So that will be in one of the next upcoming videos here. We need to make a bunch of tags and pockets and things like that. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit today, guys. I hope that you're having a good day. I hope that you're having a good morning or evening or afternoon or middle of the night, whatever time it is, on whatever side of this fantastic globe of ours that we all share. And until I see you guys next time, I hope that you are safe and healthy and well and peaceful and being able to do something crafty that you love, be around the people that you love. And until I see you next time, take care and God bless you guys. Bye-bye.